Hey guys, welcome back to the patio here at Confluence Brewing Company. I'm Josh, I'm the production manager here at Confluence, and I'm joined by...
I'm Becca, I'm our office admin, and I'm also behind the bar.
Alyssa, and I am a cellar woman in the cellars.
And we're here to talk about one of our two releases this week, Thomas Beck Black IPA. It's a beer that has quite a loyal following. Used to be a core beer back in the day, but it seems that black IPAs maybe have come and gone in terms of popularity. But the beer is delicious, so we had to make it again. And these two are joining me because they both really
love
like
it.
Yeah, so before I even worked here, I came here with a friend, like resume in hand. And at that point, I only liked stout and porters. And I was like, no, IPA is gross, it's terrible. And I went up to the bar and then was like, what can I get you? Can I get you an IPA? And I'm like, I'm not really into those. And he's like, what do you usually drink? Porter and stouts. He's like, let's try this. This might be a good gateway to get you into IPAs. I'm like, I don't know about that. And it was delicious, and it checked off the boxes for, the stout and porter. And it has that little extra something, the little extra flavor to it.
Yeah.
It's so good. I truthfully feel like we haven't made this one in a couple of years, but this is a beer that at least one customer asks me about every single week. No exaggeration. So we're really, really happy to have it back.
Yeah. So it's a niche style. I think, several of you watching are probably like, I don't like dark beers, or I don't like hoppy beers. And this is technically both.
So much more.
Yeah.
But there's a lot to it. A lot of the things that people don't like about dark beers are that they drink really heavy, or they're very rich, or they have a lot of roast character or roast bitterness to them. And this beer doesn't have any of that, despite it having a dark color to it. The amount of roast malt in this is very low, and it's really just more caramel sweet, and the body is not thick or chewy. And then a lot of people who don't like hops, they don't like hops because they don't like the bitter, floral, herbal, grassy kind of character. The big hop in this beer is Nelson Sauvin. It has a couple other more traditional hops backing it up, but it's a New Zealand hop. And it's all like pineapple, berries, white wine.
Fruity.
Yeah, and so this beer has that kind of like sweet caramel chocolatey sort of backbone that sort of props up that fruity hop character and turns it into less floral, bitter, and more kind of like a dessert almost. Mm-hmm. Not remotely close to a milkshake IPA. I don't want to give that impression.
No.
Don't think that.
No lactose.
But if you don't like IPAs, you don't like stout or dark beers, don't pass on trying this just because of those sort of notions that you've developed from other beers that you've had, because this beer does not drink like those. The Black IPA is a pretty cool style, and I'd like to see it make a comeback. So we even not rebranded, but we redesigned the label, so you guys will hopefully notice it on the shelf a little bit more. It was a little dark label beforehand.
Yeah, it's a really fun label design.
Reminds me of like a comic book.
Yeah.
In a good way, obviously.
Yeah.
It's like, bam.
Was there any bad way to remind you of a comic book?
I don't know. I don't know people's feelings about comic books.
I'm not trying to make fun of you, but you are the worst beer pourer.
On camera, I always pour the biggest.
I'm really glad that you did bad, because I'm like, man.
Why?
Yeah. Well, I don't work in the tap room.
Oh, I don't either, and mine's not
Yours
terrible.
is better than everyone.
Well, that's actually beautiful. I think you nailed it.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
So fun fact, this was my first favorite Confluence beer when I started working here almost 9 years ago. I've since found other beers that I call my favorite, but I would still call this an old favorite.
OG.
And it was the first beer that really opened my eyes to how beers can be a little bit more complex, be hoppy and dark, and slightly malty, and not just what it is on paper.
Yeah,
there's so much more to it. Yeah.
Just so we're clear, I do like IPAs now. I have changed and evolved.
Yeah.
This was just the
Well,
one step towards the IPA world.
after you put in like a solid 40-hour work week spent mostly dry hopping several IPAs in 99-degree heat and 90% humidity, like you gotta love it, right?
develop
'Cause-
an appreciation.
Yeah, you're like, I will like this thing I put all my work, all the sweat and tears into. I will like it.
Yeah, for sure. Well, what do you guys think? It's been 2 years since we had this beer. Does it hold up to your memory of,
Yeah.
of
It
how
is.
it used to be?
It is delightful. I am really looking forward to all of the people that come into the tap room asking about this beer to show up and let us know what you think. Let us know what you think of the branding. I think it's super fun. It definitely pops, gives a little Thomas Beck a revitalization.
Hey,
We
you
do
come-
have it on Nitro.
Yep.
Yeah.
Take it away, Josh.
No, that's good. If you come on down to the tap room, we've got it on nitro and we've got it on carb, so you can try it both ways. I am a unrepentant
Tell us about how you feel about
nitro
nitro.
despiser. I feel like nitro ruins most beers, but this is one of the few beers I've ever had in my life that I'm like, yeah, that's pretty good
It's
on
like,
nitro.
don't let that
Yeah.
turn you off, because nitro
That should
definitely
just-
has its place in this world, and it's, creamy, smooth. Thomas Beck is equally as
where it
delicious.
belongs.
Yeah, well, exactly. If I'm saying it's good on nitro, then you should
That's
know
when
it's
you
You
know.
should
really
definitely
good.
drink
Yeah.
it. Yeah. Cool. Cheers,
Yeah.
Sam.
Check us out on Facebook, all our social media. And come on down this weekend and get yourself some Thomas Beck as well as Hillhopper. Check out the other video for that.
Heck yeah. We'll see
Cheers,
you this
guys.
weekend.
Crushed it.